welcome everyone, it's time for more Avowed. Last time we kept exploring the outer parts of Dawnshore. By outer parts I mean outside of Paradise. So previously we had done the sort of southern embrace, I suppose, yes. This will be done here, then over here with the yellow bands, etc, etc. And in the last episode we did sort of the northeastern bit here. We started at the Watcher's Mirror, we had a big fight against a lot of skeletons. There was a weapon, this little thing right down here somewhere. Where the hell is it? Wow, where is it? Dawn of Winter, right. This very sort of cool looking thing. I'm not 100% sure what the icons mean. I suppose this icon means that we can do something with it, yes, but... Oh, can we... Oh, I can actually upgrade this now to a fine wand. Could I have done that before? Did I just spend a whole lot of money on a fine wand? Well, that's annoying. Anyway, so yes, this is a Drawn in Winter, interesting weapon, but obviously... But I say I won't use it. Why wouldn't I use it? Hold on. I should just use that. There we go. Whabam. I don't really go into the melee option that much. Maybe I should, now that I think about it. That is a thing that I definitely haven't thought about, by the way. Ooh, can I actually... I can upgrade you as well. Okay, why aren't I doing that? I should be getting to, to the base camp. Why does it feel that I could have done that before? That's anyway, we'll get to camp at some point, I suppose. There should be a camp somewhere here, right? We found a camp here that I haven't even gotten into, mainly because my companions aren't really interested in talking right now, so that's fine. Also, by the way, ooh, interesting. So we have actual stuff in here. That's lovely. And ooh, Progroom Cache. Ooh, well, that's interesting. And I have found all the party camps. Apparently, we don't find a party camp there. Wait. We have a party camp here. We have a party camp here. We have a party camp here. Where's the fourth one? Oh, it's over here. Right. We have a party camp here. Okay, so... Oh, and Progroom Cache is here. Wait. What's that? Yeah, it's literally there. It's more... Okay. You know what? We're getting there. Don't worry. So what we did was we went to the Watcher, Runed, had a bit of an interaction with her, an interaction that I felt could have been a bit, well, more. She basically said that, you know what, there is something in you. Like, she sort of vaguely touched the voice, and the voice was sort of, you know, a little bit apprehensive about that. And then she said, you know what, you're fine. Your soul is just a bit weird. And that was basically it. So... bit of a weird interaction in my mind, but basically she said we're in good health, and that was the important bit. We also went to the Shrine of Vodica. There was a pious person there who taught us a bit about different gods. That was, you know, for lore purposes, kind of interesting. And we got a one piece of one of the totems for Vodica, like the base, and I think we found at least one bit of the Vodica totem, right? We can go check that in camp as well. But we are sort of making our way down towards the Idarian expedition still. I think we might get a new companion there. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But we are starting here by the falls, where Rolga is one of my bounties. So we shall basically just begin there. So we're starting with a whole lot of fighting, and hopefully I can be a bit good about this and not screw everything up. What is AB? I have no idea. I do not care. So, I went, in the last episode, in here. I went up to here. And I am wondering... we can go here. If I can have the high ground on Rolga, isn't that a smart thing? Because, look at this. We go here.
Quiet as the depths.
There's a big old ogre. That is Rolga. So if I'm here, isn't that really, really good? I mean, there are obviously other enemies here, and I can definitely see that there is stealth grass and everything, but you are not moving. You're just... Oh, you are moving. Oh. Well, I am still a bit like, shouldn't we just be up here? I mean, can they come around? I don't even think that they can get here. You know what? I'm gonna try this. Let's start by dealing damage to that guy. There we go. Dodge that. Dodge that. Does Roga have... I'm just gonna throw... There we go. Yeah, you're dead. And you're obviously... Oh, you are throwing things. Gotcha. Go, and also do the... Point seeker in you. Bam. You're gonna do that. I don't care about that. And if Kai goes down, I don't care. Is anyone else even... Yeah, you're going for us. But I can't do anything about that. Okay, if Kai dies, who the hell cares, eh? What's this one? Oh, that... Oh, bloody hell. Someone shot at me. Let's just do another fireball. That felt like a smart thing to do. Yeah, he is gonna throw things. That is true. But, yeah, the high ground. The high ground works really well. There we go. Now get the special attack. Bam, 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 bam. Go. Not doing that. I can just be here. And Kai's up again, apparently. Good job, Kai. I'm not even gonna bother with the essence here. Ow! I should bother a little bit with health, though. Ow! Crap on the cracker. Who shot me then? Bloody hell. Oh, did I? No, that was just... That's interesting. Right. Back on. Who's shooting at me? Or was I in his little circle there? There we go. He's dead. Lovely. You know what I'm gonna do? We seem to be a little bit safe here. I shall eat things. Right, yes. Just consume that one. Full up on health. That's a potion. Candied nuts. There we go. All of that gives me up. I don't need to do potions all the time. Right. So he's dead. Good. There is... Oh, no, you're dead as well. Perfect. Good, good, good. I need to pick something up, right? Raga's head. A whole bunch of stuff as well. Lovely. And a Tingle Tangle. A 7 strivings. And by the way, I have been looking this up. There is no way to equip your companions. That is not what this game does. So sadly, all of these cool weapons that I find, I'm not going to be able to equip them on anyone. Well, okay, you know what? The one-handed melee weapon that I just picked up in the last episode, I can actually utilize that one. Because, of course, there isn't any weapon skill in this game. You can use whatever weapon you want. And I'm happy to have a... one-handed weapon with a shield. Because I have found... 2 good ones, basically. I have the... if we go here, we have the... Drawing Winter, and then I have the Unflinching Duty, which, I mean, it feels good, right? It's still a tier 1, still, so it's not that great, but it's not that bad either. There is a dead person here. When did you die? When did we kill you? I have no idea. Right, that was wrong, yeah. We have a thing here, which I simply do not know how to get to. It was like an opening, slightly higher up. No idea how to get to it. There is absolutely nothing here that leads me to believe we can get to it from here. So how the hell do you do that? No clue whatsoever. And I now see A, B. I realize what that is. On the left there, you have A and B. Why are both there? Presumably, Temple of Ondra and Claviger's Estate isn't the same thing. I'm gonna assume that.
Unseen,
unheard. What the hell are you? You're a bruiser. Wouldn't mind getting the jump on you. To be fair. You start walking a bit, but you seem... Alright then. Just jumped a bit there. It's kind of cool. But you seem rather alone. So I can absolutely get the jump on you. And you're dead. But we have more people now. He was also a tier 1. So that is why I could do that. And that was a thing. And you're dead. Good. Now we have this guy. Focus on him, please. Oh, he's dead. Okay. That's good then. And then we have apparently two that haven't really understood what's going on here. That bear, for example, over there, doesn't seem to really care about what's going on here, which is fascinating. So we shouldn't really bother them. I'm apparently hidden right now, which is fascinating because I'm like standing right on this little road here. Okay, so you're... Oh. I'm hidden, but my friends are very dark. Well, you're just a tier 1, so you're gonna go down in like no time. There we go, you're dead. It is a big difference between tier 1 and tier 2 enemies. A big difference, I'm gonna say. So we do have some water here. Is there any like secret underwater passage? Doesn't seem like it, so that's apparently not a thing. Right. Let's just grab the stuff. Your burned lady. I realize it's burned. It's right by a fire. Checks out. Okay. We have more stuff. Some game. Isn't that like the same mushroom, but you're just burnt? They look kind of similar. Anyway, do I need to take out every single inhabitant in this place? Because I don't really think I do. There is something... Oh, right. The mound from the bruiser. He apparently just got totally annihilated. There is someone dead here. Have I been here? I'm not sure I have, you know. There are some enemies over there. How much do I care? Like, I think I want to go south, actually. So, we can get back to that eventually. But for now... Well, this is a lovely place, by the way. And part of me is actually happy that we're doing this during nighttime. Because, you know, the colors and everything. We have all the bioluminescence going on. That's kind of lovely. Right. So we're... I was about to say we're coming up to the estate. No, that's the actual city. And we have some more spiders and whatnot. I think I do want to go down here, though. Still, even with the weird stuff that's going on down here, there is something blue. Some blue spirit or something that we're gonna have to deal with. But this guy, again, tier 1, even if it is a bit upgraded, it's still tier 1, so it's not going to be terribly bad. Nope. Oh, okay. Didn't really need to do that, but sure. So what are you, the blue thing? You are a phantom. Nothing more worse than that, apparently. That's good. You're tier 2, but very easy to kill. Interesting. Okay, well... I mean, I'm not complaining again. Well, again, I am not complaining. I'm not complaining about easy wins, you know. Right. Do I need to... Isn't this where we were? This is where we were. You're right. Yes, that is where we were. So we just want to come over this bridge. Is it just closed? I can open it. Hello, everybody. Right. Who the hell is over here? Just regular guards, but also some people doing...
Cheap fertile land.
Something.
Too good to be true, you said.
You were the one who told me we should try our hands at farming.
The land under our feet is nothing but clay and salt.
Who says we can't try anyway?
Okay, well, you're not having a good time.
If you came all this way for arable land, you might as well get back on your ship and leave.
Okay, well, I didn't really, but sure, thanks for the information. What's the problem?
Problem is, we've been conned out of our life savings.
A gentleman sold us his farm, sight unseen, of course. He boasted of making a fortune off the living lands.
We risked everything for this opportunity, but the place is in shambles and the earth is barren.
That's not good. So your luck might have been better further inland, away from the sea, I can say.
As if we could afford to move. Price of land has tripled since the Adirans arrived.
So do we find a way to squeeze life out of this dead farm? Or do we cut our losses?
I mean, if the prices has tripled for the land, aren't you, like, rich? Anyway, okay, I can pay them money. Darshore needs farms. Let me finance yours on behalf of Adir. Is that a thing that an envoy would do? I say, tough it out. Farms aren't made overnight. Have you thought about making this a goat ranch instead? Okay. Wish I could help. Sure, you'll think of something. You know what? How about a goat ranch?
What, a goat ranch? Huh.
Come to think of it, the island does have a breed of goat. Supposed to be real ornery, but they're survivors.
Yeah, see? That's a smart thing. A stubborn old goat or two sounds perfect. I mean, you don't do a goat farm with 2 goats, but sure. But you never know. Maybe they'll fertilize the land.
It couldn't hurt. Give it a little time and maybe I'll make a farmer out of you yet.
I never thought our prospects would come down to goat shit. But that's frontier living for you. Thanks for the advice, stranger. I can't help but feel like our fortunes have already changed for the better.
See? You just have to have an idea.
Livestock. Know anything about raising chickens?
Well,
Should
I
we tell
have
them
you.
about biting, or... No, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. It's fine. So is this your... I mean, frontier living, you're like a stone's throw from the walls of Paradise. I wouldn't really call it frontier living, but sure. You do you, I suppose. And turns out, indeed, the expedition is really close by to the walls of Paradise. So, okay. Not like it was a difficult thing to get to, but before we get to that, hello, we have another fast travel point where we also have, hello, potions, good, well, potion, and a letter to the Oracle. This letter appears to be unsent, though smoothed out, bears evidence of having been previously folded into the shape of a paper glider. Mr. Oracle. Love that. Mr. Oracle. You've been very generous with your skellings? Oh, right, that's money, I think. Skellings, and I appreciate that, but the Adherents have started asking around about me at the market. Isn't often regular folk are carrying purses full of gold, you understand. Now that they've gone and started expecting all the shipments coming through the port, I can't afford to keep ferrying your goods. The sciences aren't exactly illegal in the city, but the Stilgar Road people don't much like it either. And I'm starting to think I might end up at the bottom of the river if we keep this up. Sorry, I know you'll understand from Niall. Alright, Niall up to various stuff. Is this also animancy, I'm gonna assume? Also, that is a very blue, or sorry, purple. Very purple light there. Kind of like the lighthouse. And also, whatever the hell is going on in that room over there. Anyway, let us move about and try. Okay, we have some Sorips. Can we avoid the Sorips for now, maybe? Well, we are very close by to them, so maybe walk away a little bit. So the expedition is right that way. Okay, fine. We do not avoid
Right
the
behind you.
Sorips. What are you, by the way? You are just level 1. You go down before anyone else can even notice. Well, I'll say that. They have absolutely noticed. But yeah, again, these are tier 1 enemies. So I did not need to do that, but sure, there we go. A bit of an overkill. Ow, crap. No, you don't. Yeah, you try your swings. Oh, hello. Missed you there. Oh, for the love of God, who's shooting at me now? There seems to be Julius Friend. Oh, there we go. That one was fine. Ow, crap. Okay, actually, you know what? It did almost no damage, so, you know, it's fine.
That's all of them.
Right, yes, that was all of them. Good job, everyone. Mostly me, but you were there, so that's lovely. More health potions is very welcome.
Here.
Right.
This is the path Offrig told us about.
It is indeed. You also weren't here when we did that, so I'm not sure that you could say that when we talked to him, or that he told us, because you weren't there. Marius, you idiot. Okay, what the hell is that thing? Have I been there? No, I haven't. That is where we have another...
You can see Fort Northreach from here.
Oh. Too soon.
Ah, I like that they're actually, like, looking. That's a cute touch. I'm not sure what is North Fort Reach. Is it that thing over there? No, that's the house, right? Not 100% sure. Oh, no, that's the... I don't know. I have no idea. Well, I know what Northreach is where we began our adventure, but like, did we actually see it? Hello, people. What's up?
You traveled weeks to see him. You can wait a few more days.
Kara, you would not be so glib if your family's souls were crying out to you for justice.
Some crusty old priest isn't going to change that.
Uh-huh. Hello.
The Temple of Eothas is closed. Ugh, I don't know why everyone in the Living Land suddenly wants to see the old kook in there, but it's not happening. Not today, anyway. Probably not tomorrow, either. Not with the way they're dawdling.
Since when do you make the rules?
Since I arrived with the big sword.
So you say I need a bigger sword. The Oracle has one. Let me in and I will borrow it.
I'm saying you need to go home, because the goddamn temple is closed.
There we go. What the hell are you? You're a new thing, I think. You have sort of... Oh, or are you same as Kai? Are you a Rauatayan, just different, you know, visuals, if you know? Okay, here we go. Offric has requested I go here. Is there a problem with the expedition?
The boy made it back to the embassy. I half expected him to kick off on the way there.
He was badly injured and grieving his brother's wounds. I say it is good news.
Sure, until the Inquisitor hears he abandoned his men to go crying for his mum.
Not really what he did, but sure. Also, again, the city is like super, super close, so no problem whatsoever. Yeah, how about you let me through right now?
Right, of course, absolutely. The expedition team entered through the cave just past here. They were carrying a lot of tools and weapons with them, so be on your guard. And Envoy, thanks. I know Offric will appreciate you looking into this.
Absolutely. Only doing my... Nod solemnly and leave. Only doing my duty on this occasion.
Hey, good luck out there.
Also, she came around real quick. I like it. Right. So, we have some stuff here. Am I in need of anything? Yes, I am. So let's just eat up. So, Kauyas? That is a difficult name. But that was the woman who was standing over there, I believe. This slim volume is warped and water stained. A quick flip through its pages reveals that it was diligently updated for 7 years. Its last entry is dated to 2828, the year of Eothasian return. So that's not her, I think. So, after 27 hours of difficult labor, I am the mother of a coral pink squall of a girl. I will call her Mata, after my mother's sister, who was carried away from us on Amera's wings last season. May she have something of her spirit, as well as her name. And then Anara presented Mata with the fishing pole, the harpoon, and the basket this morning. How anxious I was that she should choose the harpoon and spend the hot seasons away at sea, or the fishing pole and be feathered always to the town, or the basket and spend her life climbing trees. But sweet Mata turned her back on all of them and crawled into her father's lap. She will be, as her father is then, a healer, and always stay near to me. Okay. Interesting. So last night, Mata told her first story. It was a tale of a mighty war parrot who fought fearlessly in many battles against the terrible Naga. Ooh, we have Naga in this game as well, apparently. Well, I say in this game, in this world, maybe I should say. But though he was a great warrior, he'd always wanted to explore the islands, so when his mother wasn't looking, he flew to the top of the Serpent's Crown in Neketaga. He saw all the way to Hasongo. The sky went on forever, but he became scared of the heights and called for help, and his mother, the queen of the war parrots, came to rescue him. From then on, he was happy to remain a warrior. Great Aunt Mata once told me a similar tale when I was a foolish young girl determined to climb the tallest koiki tree in the village. Perhaps there is something of my old aunt's soul in my daughter after all. So, is that what she said, by the way? Yeah, after my mother's sister. For some reason I didn't connect that to being the aunt, but yes, obviously a mother's sister is an aunt. And then finally, a dread storm cloud sits heavy on the horizon and small tremors shake the sand, but my girl is not disturbed. Tonight she leads the children in a performance of Nagati's Kraken Dance, as they're taught to us by the young women of the Magi Island. We made her bracelets and anklets from shells we collected on the beach together, and she wove her skirt herself. As we near the season of her birth, I remember how, when I first quickened, I told Anaru I was afraid. It is strange to look upon this tiny mind now and think that I may have never known her. How strange, this life of mine. How generous, the gods. Well, isn't that just lovely? Is that you, by the way? What was your name? It is you. Okay. The Return of Eothas. Why does it feel like the Return of Eothas was like a long time ago? Must have thought about that incorrectly. But alright then, we are moving swiftly onwards. We're gonna find the Oracle, who apparently is supposed to be a godlike, like me. So exactly what does that mean and how does that work, we shall see. But I have half an idea that he might join us as a new companion, because apparently he only talks to godlikes, and if he finds another godlike, he might go, oh, well, that's interesting, let's hook up. And then he's actually going to talk to Kai and Marius as well, because that's just how games work, don't they? Anyway, that is all conjecture. I have no idea if that is actually true, so we shall go into the Eothasian temple and basically have a bit of a look. And we start indoors, which is fair, because temples usually are indoors, aren't they? And we have immediately a giant boss arena. Well, it's not really a giant boss arena, but there is a bear. But a bear that I think is dead. We have a bit of a puzzle going on. What do we have here? Electric lilies. Yeah, I can see the thingamabobs over there. So we have... Oh, Marius is jogging on up. Wanna say something, Marius?
That deer looks at looks a deer and all right. Guess we're on the right track.
Okay. By the way, button again. Would you like to find stuff?
Puzzle. Whatever they were looking for wasn't just treasure.
Okay. Well, I mean, game really. Shouldn't I be able to just go in here? Really? There's also an enemy in there that I can't see. Oh no, I can't see it. Skeleton fighter, get over here. Yeah, come over here. There we go.
Who woke up the sleeping skeleton?
I did. Look at it. It's great. I can be over here. It's not going to be able to do anything. It's awesome. It's the best thing I could possibly have done. Look at this. Already there. Ooh, can I actually... I can! Kai, can you make it back? Is that a possibility? Have I trapped Kai now? I might have trapped Kai. Kai, you wanna... It's fine. He'll be back. It's okay. That will come in spear. Lovely. I am currently over encumbered. We have a bunch of stuff that I can break down, however. Like, I really don't need all of these common things. So how about we just get rid of... I'm gonna save the pistol for now. And I kind of wanna... This is the one... Wait, this is a two-handed. I'm not gonna do two-handed. So we are gonna stash that in camp. We're also gonna... No, that was the one. That was the one. And yes, two-handed, no. Dagger, no. We have 4 common bows for some reason. Get rid of those, get rid of the common axe. There we go. And I am gonna actually set the electric lily seed for now. Even though we are gonna move on a little bit first. Kind of feels like, wow. Kind of feels like, wow. Kind of feels like we, Oh, there's Kai. See? Like he's here.
Views like this remind me why I came to the Living Lands in the first place.
Yeah. Oh, bloody hell. Intriguing. By the way, I am gonna try to unselect this. Can I unselect this? Can I have, like, no quest tracked? I don't think I can. Because I'm a bit annoyed at the fact that there is a bunch of text on the left side. You know what? Rolga. That was a good one. That was much text on the left side there. There we go. That's beautiful. So yeah, that is a fascinating site. Absolutely. Good to see that. You know what? I think that this is where we're going. So this little puzzle right here. We should just do it. So what are you saying? Electric, electric. But you're also... Like, are you actually active? Because it kind of feels like you are. So what I'm gonna do is, as a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna do this. Go.
Go. Doors open.
Ah, that is why it was only a tiny bit open, because the half of it was done, but not the rest. Okay, well, I dealt with the skeletons. We have a backpack over here with some regular stuff, but we have the Book of Verses. Eidnung, the bright star, spoke, and her voice was like a clarion cry, calling his soul forth. He knew her for the right hand of the shining god, and was afraid. "O wanderer, hear me," she spoke. "You are known to us, and your deeds put you far from salvation." And he wept, for he knew that his sins lay bare before his great illumination. Then Sargamas spoke, and his voice swept forth with the heat and force of the bright day's sun. "Weep not, for the child of light has forgiveness even for you, if you will embrace him." So Harmkay knelt before them, then resolved to save himself and asked what he must do. And Modigan spoke. Her voice was like the songbird's final hymn, bidding farewell to the day's light. "What darkness lies within you, you must cast into his light. Your sins will be burned from you until you are newly formed, reborn into his keeping." So spoke Modigan, that Eidnung warned him, saying, "You have walked all these years into darkness and must now return. You will find the path like treading fire, and at every step you will be tempted to turn away. But no harm will come to you if you keep your faith." Right, a bit of, indeed, religious mumbo-jumbo, I'm gonna say. Anything here? Nope. It's the Heidi cover, if I would like to do that. That was an interesting thing to hide behind that puzzle, because it wasn't really much. But I suppose it's fine, and I now have some lightning things that I can utilize, which is lovely. Right, we don't go down there, we go down here. Whee! And, oh, we have multiple paths. When I say multiple paths, it's actually only one path. Never mind. Eat some of that, get some essence back. Yep, not multiple paths, just the one. And the Oracle has very much... Oh, yeah.
Maybe Offrig's squad passed through here.
Probably, yes. They weren't very good at spotting that. Neither was I, so thank you, Kai. And again, I still haven't really found anything with his ability here.
Look
I
at
simply
that.
don't know.
That statue.
That is
How
also...
did anyone build that all the way down here?
Yeah, how the hell did you actually do that?
No one knew that was down here.
That is...
Whispers of searing light.
How is my voice connected to all of this, I wonder? That is interesting. But what a place. I mean... This is cool. I'm just gonna say that. This is cool. This is really cool. Almost feels like something out of, let's say, Baldur's Gate or something. By which I mean, you could see this in a sort of isometric 3D perspective. But now we get to play it in actual 3D, which is very, very cool. Well, actually, yeah, Baldur's Gate, like Baldur's Gate 3, you could definitely see this being in that game. Anyway, let's have a move on. We have
Zarps ahead.
something, yes.
Just going around them. But we can fight if you're feeling itchy.
I am feeling itchy, thank you very much. Good.
Mind me not to
Oh,
spook you.
I literally didn't see his friend there. Good job, me. Or this friend. Nope, stop it. There we go. I did not see those other two, that's weird. Right. This is a tiny bit, we can't do anything there, so what does this lead to? Where we want to be? More bonus stuff? Hello, more Sorips.
Right behind you.
Our guard. Dead. He was alone. Back. Could be that this was just a tiny bonus thing. If that's the case, nice. Maybe don't have anything but grenades set. Okay, we could have gotten there both ways, I suppose, then, yes. Could have gotten there both ways. But if we would have done that, obviously that Sorip would have spotted us, and we would not have been able to take him out peacefully, so to speak. I'll say peacefully, you know what I mean. And we again have multiple paths here. Interesting. I'm gonna start... Well, actually, no, wait. Was there multiple paths? A letter to Carlod. Carlod, I can find no more use to put my talents in your pitiless... I can find no more use to put my talents in our pitiless land, so I must go. The water freezes, I create art from it. The water melts, my art dissolves. The water freezes again. This cycle once brought me peace. I looked upon my work and was comforted by its impermanence, and in the impermanence of all things. I took comfort in Rimgran's promise of the end. But even the ice carver is not impervious to the cold. A new wind that blows from the north, from Ukaiso, from the cracks in the in-between, chills me to my bones. There is something wrong in the world, Loda, and not even your bright smile can set the cycle to rights. I head to the living lands. The vitality that fled my art is gathering there, condensing. Now a new chill rises in the land. A great conflict is coming, and our master will need his harbinger at his side. If Vatnir returns, tell him to come, but my love, I beg you, do not follow us. To serve our god most faithfully, I must believe you're still alive. From Lexi. Okay, well, you came this far. You also have a few growths on your skull, but that could just be, because you're dead. So, right, I said multiple paths. Nope, not multiple paths. That was just over there. Why am I being tricked by multiple paths? I don't know. Let's jog, jump. Oh! This is a pressure plate. Might, and that is crackling. Haven. Go for the water.
Nearly there.
Oh. Where's the voice coming from? Daily affirmations of focus and efficiency. That's lovely. Number 1. All errors can be reforged into lessons. Abaddon rebuilt himself from ruin. No setback is insurmountable, not even death itself. I know, so long as the soul is dedicated to the task. And number 2, work hard, work well. Abaddon demands only honest labor and forthright service. All errors can be reforged if your first intentions are pure. And number 3, all ignorance can be reforged into knowledge. Master your craft, excel at what you have been trusted to do. Do not offend your teacher by remaining a student forever. And number 4, each generation must forge its successors. Teach your grade to all who are willing to learn. Teach your trade to all who are willing to learn, and in doing so, multiply the fruits of your knowledge. Number 5, all difficulties can be reforged into triumphs. Meet strife with humility and acceptance. Let adversity temper the ingot of your will, and you will never shatter. These are actually good ones. Number 6, embrace your station, fulfill the duties of your rank, and meddle not in the affairs of your betters. Okay, that one sucks. All guilds fail at their weakest link. Yep. Always meddle in the affairs of your betters, and also if there aren't any betters, but yeah. Number 7, all loss can be reforged into strength. Profitable work heals all emptiness. So long as you have the tools of your trade, you will always be able to forge wealth anew. And number 8, value the works of others, and they will value your works in return. Maybe. Share the harvest with the hungry and your tools with the destitute. Then finally, number 9, all souls can be reforged into whatever we will. Hard work is not exclusive to life. Death is no time for complacency. Commit yourself to excellence in this cycle and the next. Cool. Now, there was a voice. Who the hell was talking? Cademan, but like, where the hell are you? We want to go here, I think, though. Up here. Hello. Right. We made it through. What are these things? Interesting. Okay. There we go. Is that Cademan? Yes.
You're not my brother.
Ah! Stop electrifying me. No, go away. Go away. Stop it. No, what are you doing? Bloody hell. Stop electrifying me, idiots. Hello, Cademan.
I got to be dreaming. Oh gods, am I dead? Is this the Beyond Spirit? Have you come to take me to Gallowayne's side?
The kid's in bad shape, but he's not too far gone. I think we can help him.
I'm not ready. I've never even touched a girl. It's not fair.
Well, you had a lot of time to do with that, man. Anyway, so, Kai, Marius, we can't let this kid die a virgin. Why would I offer Kai a Marius? He specifically said a girl. Wouldn't it be me? But I kind of want to say that. I can give him a healing potion. I can use my dream touch to heal him. But no. Hold on. Kai, Marius. How about we sort that virgin problem out?
Not with that. No. Oh, you mean healing him?
I've got stick prickle balm for the pain, but other than that, not much else I can do.
Sorry, I'm all out of potions. I don't know any healing magic either.
Magic? I had to learn some magic, but only the kind that explodes. I don't want to explode. Please help me.
Alright, they didn't get the joke, I suppose. Anyway, I have Dream Touch. Let's use that.
Oh, that's the creepiest sensation I ever felt in my life. Like vines were growing all through me.
If it works, don't question it. And look, your wounds are closing up already.
Oh, wow. I feel leagues better. I thought for sure you were coming to take me back to the wheel. Who are you? What you doing down here?
Well, I could ask you the same. So, well, no, actually. Offric sent this for you. But also, where the hell is the rest of the team?
He actually made it? I wasn't sure he'd come through. And he sent the Emperor's fucking envoy. Damn. Am I ever glad to meet you?
Focus. The Free Expedition score. Where are they?
Right. Those assholes. They went on without me after I got hurt. We'll come back for you once we've got the relic, Admin. Honest. Horse shit. Yeda was probably hoping I'd croak so she wouldn't have to tell Offreak how she abandoned me. All she cares about is that Oracle and his relic, which is probably just a big old dog bone if you ask me. He's probably still down there, fiddling with the statue. You must have seen it on your way in.
Did I? Not really. Did I miss something? And also, by the way, he asked who I was. I said nothing about that. And then he apparently knew that I was the envoy. How the hell did you know that I'm the envoy? You've been in this bloody cave since I came here. Sometimes this game is a bit inconsistent with what the NPCs know and don't know. Anyway, right. Anything I need to know about the Oracle?
I doubt I know much more than you do. I mean, you're godlike, just like him.
Come on, kid. Don't get starstruck now.
Well, he's touched by Eothas, right? And he's supposed to be old, like hundreds of years old. And I don't mean elf old, he's extra old, like Eothas has been keeping him alive or something.
Great. He's old. Anything else?
He used to receive pilgrims, but only the ones who could make it to him. This place, it's like a trial.
Yeah, we've seen the same traps and crumbling buildings you have.
And he's building something. A statue of Eothas, I think. But I don't know what for. I mean, after what Eothas did in the Deadfire, people don't come here anymore.
And then what about Yeda?
Our captain, she's... I don't know. I don't want to talk out of turn.
Relax. You're not the first person to have a bad commander.
It's not like that. I mean, it didn't used to be. Yeda's not been quite herself lately. I've always known her to be cautious, careful. Now she charges forward recklessly. And she pushes us as hard as she pushes herself. And that's how I got hurt.
Has she been short-tempered? Distracted?
Yeah. When we make camp, she has these terrible dreams. Wakes us all up with her screaming and muttering.
Can't be sure, but it sounds like the dream scourge to me, Envoy.
Ah, right. We shall get moving, but yeah, we do want to chat with the Oracle.
He'll be the last one to have seen him, I bet. I'll just rest up here a minute before I head back to Paradise.
Take it easy. No sense getting yourself into another scrape.
Promise, I'll take it slow. Hey, Envoy, for what it's worth, I really thought I was gonna die down here.
Well, lucky I came around, right? So given the extent of your injuries, you certainly would have. I'll see you back in Paradise. Awkwardly clear my throat. Well, anyway, I should go. I like that you can be, like, awkward in this game. That's lovely. But yeah, you probably would have.
It's a lucky thing you found me, then.
It is very lucky, so I'll see you back in Paradise, potentially.
Right, yeah. You got those assholes to save and everything. I hope they're better off than I was.
Well, we shall see about that. Now he's looking potentially a little bit better, I suppose. But alright then. Right, we were going there. I saw that before, yes. Right, anything else? Bunch of weird stuff. Bit of essence potion. Feels like that's filled with essence as well. But apparently nothing I can do anything with. Right.
Seems like a good kid. Glad we could give him a hand.
Right,
Maybe
and now
one that
we're
Juliana's
here.
girlfriend, too.
Yes, okay.
He's gonna have a hard time getting out of here, but at least we gave him a fighting chance.
Swords, but these
So,
are again
The kid said the expedition team went
just
deep.
level 1 ones. Let's go. Bam. You're dead. I even overkilled on that occasion. Oh, crap. They're really good at, you know, predicting where you shoot. I hate that. But it's also good that they do. I hate it, but it's good. Right, with another spear. Some copper stuff on my jigs. I want to say I'm hearing more tingle-tangle, don't I? I do. It's up there, I think. So what we want to do, I'm just going to grab this, I don't forget it. We move over here, and we jump over here, because somehow someone has brought one of these weird-looking chests over here. Like, who would do that? This is also one of those things that this game does weirdly, I think. Like, you have this little ledge. Like, who the hell even brings a chest here? What would be the point of having a chest here? Doesn't make sense. It's weird. They should stop doing that. Anyway, we have a thing here I saw. Inquisitor's Quest from Ludwin. So Captain Jeddah, the relic you seek is but one of the many thorns in the rotten heart of this land. Claim it for Aether, and should its efficacy be confirmed, you will be appropriately
Didn't realize the
rewarded.
head of the Steel Garrote was into antiques.
Right. So the Oracle, is that the guy standing over there that we saw way before? I'm gonna vaguely assume so, right?
Someone's up ahead. Keep your eyes open.
That is the statue to Eothas, sure. Hello, godlike. We shall have a chat, you and I.
Sister, can it be? Come, stand in the light. Let me look at you.
You're weird. Hello, Sargamis.
It has been too long. I had feared I was the last of us, but you... Oh, the very sight of you is a balm for the soul. I am the Oracle Sargamis, servant of the once shining god, he whose light has lately dimmed. What brings you to this sacred space?
Interesting choice of camera angle there, slightly below. And also, right, so the god that you have been touched by, maybe, is what determines your appearance. But wouldn't we know which god would be responsible for this kind of appearance? Okay, maybe not. Okay, I don't know enough about godlikes for this, I suppose. So, right, you name yourself after one of the early figures of Eothasian scripture, or I'm looking for an expedition of my countrymen. Did they pass this way? I heard of the temple of Eothas in this cave. Did you build a statue? You're really a godlike. I should go. Goodbye, sir. Right, I mean, you posed a question for me, so I'm just gonna answer the question. Looking for the expedition. Have they passed this way, maybe?
An expedition? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Right. Maps, ropes, pitons, rugged boots, water for days, people down here looking for stuff.
I am familiar with the concept, tomb raiding and the like. What troubles me is why they would come here. These ruins are not so different from the many others on this island, except that they are a good deal more treacherous. And this representation of Eothas we stand before, it is the work of my own hands. They could not hope to move it. Do you know what their purpose is here?
Oh, did you kill them by any chance? So you really expect me to believe you haven't seen them? There's only one way through this place. They were searching for a relic you're rumored to keep here. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be upfront with this guy. I have no reason not to be. Like, I don't care about the expedition in itself, you know. So yeah, there's there is supposedly a relic here.
Ah, the splinter of Eothas. I suppose it was too much to hope they were here to examine these exquisite ruins. Truly, it is their loss.
Uh-huh, okay. What is this relic exactly?
The splinter of Eothas is a sliver of shin bone from my lord's titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago. Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond. The splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power. To illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice.
Sounds fun. So where is it? Well, okay, fine, where is it? But only for the reason that I might find the expedition there.
It rests in a shrine deep within this temple complex, beyond the reach of looters, visitors, or indeed, myself. The path to the relic has fallen to ruin. Some sections are flooded, and others are infested with all manner of creatures. Although, perhaps you might assist me with that.
Right, here it comes.
You see, this construction beside us is no mere statue, but a reliquary I have built to house the splinter of Eothas in its appropriate grandeur. It is nearly complete, and ready for the splinter to be interred. But I can no longer reach the relic on my own. Return it to me, and who knows, perhaps you will meet your expedition along the way.
Alright then, that sounds interesting. I'm going to poke around here first. Okay. Ah, this one will be the one. I'll be back before you can say 10 praise Eothasises.
I am most grateful. Oh, and please refrain from touching my statue or devices. May light illuminate your path, sister.
Gotta be honest, now I want to see more godlikes for other gods, because that's cool. Right. Retrieving the relic is an option for this mission. Interesting. I gotta say, for a side quest, which this clearly is, bloody hell they put in all the stops on this one, right? Like visually at least. A letter to Sargemis. Sargemis, it has been some time since your last correspondence, and I do hope that you are still well. Have the materials and spare equipment from my lab proven reliable? You know how temperamental and finicky old equipment gets. I swear these machines have souls of their own. But I digress. I look forward to hearing the latest news about your progress. I have no doubt that the completion of your project will change the world, and knowing you, it will certainly be for the better. That I have had a part to play in this fills me with deep joy and satisfaction. Perhaps one day they shall write about us. I can see it now, the Oracle and the Visionary, a titillating tale of two thinkers and their thoroughly thought-provoking theories. On second thought, perhaps simply the Oracle and the Visionary will suffice. Eagerly awaiting your response, your friend Vitor. P.S. It is good that I forgot to send this after it dried. Ulrask would be very cross with me if I did not relay once more that he is, and I quote, rather looking forward to giving Sargemis' oversized animat a proper thrashing if he ever gets it functional. Oh, that Ulrask. Until next time, my friend. Interesting animat, you say? Do you intend for this thing to start moving? Because I think that you are. Interesting. Lovely. Ooh, switches. Ooh. Oh, how I would love to push that button. But you know what? I'm going to be cool with this guy for now. I am going to be cool with this guy, but I am going to poke around. Like I did. I didn't say it, but I will. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to have a look. Ooh, and there's a whole bunch of... Okay. Yeah, you have a bunch of stuff, and there's a missing the splinter. Yeah, gotcha. We have some things. I'll grab your grog. Sargemis' journal. So he's gone, but he's still with me. What form should a reliquary take that is fit to hold the splinter? Were I in High Crown still, I would petition the church for ivory, gems, and gold, for this remnant of his holy body is worth all the wealth of the Empire and more. Being as I'm sequestered here, I will make do, instead with the wealth of the land, granite from the tallest peaks, clay from the fertile riverbeds, and trunks from the most aged trees. I must work without ceasing until it is done. The memory of my lord cannot endure delay. Then, he is beginning to take shape. I thought at first a sanctuary would be appropriate, a temple within this temple of the godless. But when I prayed over my plans for the building's construction, I received a vision of Eothas, Titan, as it has existed in its time. A body of strange flesh and bone, hundreds of feet tall, astride the land with a pantheon at his side, facing down the forces of chaos like 11 colossal ships of the line. What the crisis manifested in them and inspired them to act, I know not, but I shall remake him as he was in my own fashion. Probably not 100 feet tall, no. Right, but the statue, he is complete, but the statue I have made is inert, lifeless, dull. The work of my hands does not dignify the splinter. There is something deficient in it, and in me. I must destroy it and begin again. Alright then, he is made anew. His effigy is formed from granite, clay, and wood still, but they shelter now a precious Hadra core. It glimmers even in the low light of this cavern's ceaseless evenings. He brings the dawn to his penumbral place as the light of his attention was brought to my soul. The Empire does celebrate Spring Dawn today, though, or they would have prior to the Saints' War. I wonder what of him remains in the Beyond after his dissolution at Ukaizo. I long to be with him again. And then finally, what if I did not have to wander? Lovely. I realize also that we are actually probably good enough to end the episode, but hold on. There we go. What's up here then? Hello, we have the back of him. That's a bit weird in some ways. Right. Well, we can grab ourselves a health potion, thank you very much. And jump over here. Jump up here. There is more stuff to do, okay. Reminder, source fresh lumber. Fresh lumber. Niall only seems to be able to source rotten lumber, and the contemptible stuff cannot withstand the damp of this cavern. I must find someone who can fell and hew fresh trees, or my fragile generators will be at the mercy of the Sorips. The little bastards are remarkably curious. Cool.
Leave those be. They protect my devices.
I'm sorry. Did not mean to do that then. But don't you need that to be powered? I think you would want that to be powered. Okay, well we can... You don't know that I'm doing this, so that's fine. Hello, where even am I now? Why am I doing this? I'm not sure. Another electric lily seed, thank you, game, for providing me with that. I can get over here. I feel like I'm moving things forward that I shouldn't be moving forward, but I have found secret stash. Heist of the Living Lands 2 Lacuna. That is gonna be... I mean, I could read that, but on this occasion this is more lore, so we're just gonna save that in our lore storage. And I'm gonna root through his chest. Right. More regular stuff though, so nothing like super important. But we can also just get down here again. Right. And we can get down there. Bam. And we are back down to low level. Right. I still don't know if you are a possible companion. It would be cool, because you're really cool and everything, but... we'll see. We'll see. Also, I see more breakable things. Okay, maybe don't break that. He has said don't break it. It's protection. So we are gonna help power this thing, obviously, at some point. That'll be interesting to see. Very interesting, actually. But that is for the future, and in the next episode we continue the search for the expedition. Apparently not an easy feat, by the sounds of what you're saying, so we'll see about that. For now though, this has been Ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.